Aloha, guys, and welcome to my show, Prince Sean Internet TV. Here are my thoughts. I think that I can't control people's actions and their thoughts or their personality or habits. I think it takes time and their prerogative to do so, along with, of course, education and the most important ingredient, their emotional status. As long as their basic needs are met, the next step is to have good emotions, which allows them to feel more inclined to communicate, share, interact, adapt, learn, and listen, and discover, and grow. So I figured I can control, to a degree, the emotional environment around me if I focus. I want to create positive energy. And the way I do this is by doing my visualizations. For instance, if somebody comes to me and they feel that they do not want, say, they're in a bad mood, and I look at them and smile, just briefly glance at them, and they don't respond in a in a gesture. Then what I will do is I will simply visualize them in my head smiling. I'll visualize them smiling in my head. And this helps to sustain my emotions so that I create like an emotional environment or aura, shall we say. And I think this is the most important part of reality. Of course, we don't always want to be happy all the time or enlightened, because that's not what life is all about. Life is all about building things, creating, and interacting with challenges and difficulties to feel a sense of purpose and accomplishment. So, another thought: if I have any intimate experience with somebody I'm not married to, I think that this means I'm cheating on my future wife. And it's easy for me to imagine if she was watching me. That helps me to put a governor on myself and be more uh, cautious, and you know not be interested in flirtation, but rather just controlling my desires. It's easy to do if I go into the bedroom with myself. Yeah. All right. So I've been reading this book called No Excuses, and it is encouraging me to do things like improve my earning ability, or at least, regardless of whether I make more money, at least always improve my sense of accomplishment and direction. And if I'm hurt or retired or too incapable of physical labor, I can always tell stories, and I can inspire others to challenge and grow. This is the circle of life. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find three things out of a list of activities I do throughout the whole week that I think will add value to my company, of which I am the president. And this gives me complete responsibility. So even if a boss may seem to have more authority than me on what I do, in fact, it's me. And to comment on my initial thought in the beginning of the video, I talked about people's emotions and how to make the world a better place. I think the only way to do it is to maintain a positive outlook and stay in control of my own emotions. And remember what matters. Does it matter to fancy cars, or rather people's health and their smiles? All right, what else? I think it's strategic to see myself as a regular person, just doing just as much and making as much effort as others, in my own way, instead of thinking that I'm special or different. What I do is I will always experience positive uh, feedback if I think I'm just a normal person, because people won't think my ego is inflated, and they won't think that I, and they'll be happy to encourage me. Okay. Any last thoughts? All I need to do in order to change my world, my circumstances, is to change my thoughts. And that's where mental programming comes in. I'm either programming myself or somebody else's. That's why I'm reading this book called Think Yourself Rich. Check it out and have a wonderful day. Aloha. I'll leave a link in the description of the video. You can click on that to check out the book. But thanks for being here with me today. Take care.